All right. Hey guys, I'm Sheree Murray. Now, tonight I'm bringing you the secrets for creating a profitable signature product or service. Now, every night, 9 p.m. Tuesdays, I'm going to be going live in this group to bring you guys a quick rapid fire training session. I'm going to be sharing all the tips and tricks that have helped me build the multiple streams of income that I have today. Now, for you, those of you that don't know me and what I've done a few different things. And when it comes to creating my own products, I've created a couple. I actually started my first ever product, and maybe some of you guys will know this, was a cooking program. Now, I had a bit of a vision with this. It was a lot different to what I ended up doing. But my vision as a chef, I'm a qualified chef by trade, I wanted to create this 4 to 12 week cooking program that was going to take the passionate cook take them from being a passionate cook to being a chef with like simple trade skills, like knowing how to make the perfect stock, soup, and sauces. For those of you that are chefs, you'll know the basic trainings we get taught. That was my vision, was to help take people from basically do a really light culinary cooking course, especially to help people get onto yachts. But, the truth of the matter is I actually did not do any market research before I had this grand idea. And maybe you can relate to it. We've all got ideas. Some of them are amazing. Some of them are like, uh-oh, what was I really thinking? So I didn't do any market research. I really had to plan all the teaching. And I even actually started to create the program. And I got really stuck. I didn't really know how I was going to market it or how I was going to, get client acquisition, start acquiring all my customers. So thank God I hired a coach. And to be fair, I actually hired two. They were sisters. They had been creating a lot of products of their own. I knew, like, and trusted them. They had what I had. So I hired them. And one of the first things when we had our first initial meeting, and I was telling them about my product, the 12-week program that was going to teach people how to cook, really chef-like things. I was envisioning brulees, teaching them lots of techniques. As I said, soup, stock, sauces, but even more, like, I wanted to teach them a lot of really chefy stuff. There was nothing simple about the recipes I was going to be teaching them online. And the first thing they said to me is like, Sheree, that sounds great, but have you actually done any market research? And I said, no, I just thought this was a great idea. And of course, it was a great idea. But so what they did is they suggested to me to go out and talk to my ideal client. And guys, if you don't know who your ideal client is, there's training in this whole group. Just search ideal client in the search bar, you'll find it. I went and ended up chatting to my ideal client, who was someone that was passionate about cooking. They were working, they were busy, but they wanted to learn even more about cooking. So they didn't necessarily want to learn chef skills. And when it came down to it and I started interviewing my ideal client, it turned out like I had about 5 people straight up tell me they would love to know how to make a stir fry. And as a chef, that's very, very easy. And you might be thinking the same thing when you're creating your own products based around your trade. It turns out that the easiest things are what they wanted to learn. So had I not done any market research, talked to people, I would have spent so much money and time creating a course that wasn't really needed in the marketplace. So that's my thing. My piece of advice for you guys is whatever product or service you're thinking of creating, do the market research, talk to your ideal client, see what they want instead of what you think they want and need. See what they actually want. Because can you imagine putting all that time and effort into something that does not end up being profitable and you barely sell? And this is something I actually see a lot of entrepreneurs doing these days, is they'll run with the idea, much like I did, but they'll go to the extent of creating a whole program and then try to sell it. So the secret sauces here is to do the freaking research before you go and make the program, before you go and try sell it. Make sure there is a demand in the marketplace. Now, I go a lot deeper into market research and Unlocked Online, but I'm going to share some tips and tricks with how you can get the information you need. So first of all, put out call to action posts on your social media, asking to talk to your ideal client about what your product is. So say for me, back then 6 years ago, I was like, hey guys, I'm launching an online cooking program. I want to hear from people that want to learn how to cook simple, healthy meals. And I ended up talking to all those people. They told me, obviously, they wanted stir fries, very easy things, salads, even curries. It was all very simple. And I also did polls. I used to have a chef group. In fact, this used to be my chef group. And I did polls in there asking certain things about cooking that leaded me to each product that I was making. So the questions leaded into me doing a more chef orientated program where people would get really a lot of skills with all the basics, you know, how to fillet fish, how to make a nice stock, how to make all the simple sauces like your fresh mayonnaise and all that, even like hollandaise. It was going to go quite in depth. And then I asked, or would they rather learn how to make a nice Thai curry or Vietnamese spring rolls, a nice pad Thai? And I got a lot of really good answers from that. People ended up saying pad Thai, spring rolls, stir fries, all the simple stuff. So that was a game changer. So polls in your group, even polls in your Instagram stories and Facebook stories is really helpful for getting research. Actually talking to your ideal client is key. And make sure when you're talking to your ideal client, you're either recording the call or you're taking a lot of notes. Take a lot of notes in those calls because that's going to lead you to a really cool product that your person actually wants. You can also use SurveyMonkey and send out surveys to people, post about the survey in your social media platforms. Again, get them to fill out a quick survey, maybe give them a little treat, a reward or a prize for filling that out. And SurveyMonkey is free. So it's all free stuff you can use to get the market research back on your ideal client to confirm that your product that you're thinking about creating is of value and is going to be sellable. Because at the end of the day, if we're not making sales, we don't have a business, we just have it ends up being an expensive hobby. Because, you know, I started to do all the stuff to create a really full-on chefing program. And it took a lot of time. I invested in some things before my coach, and it was a mistake, but it was a really good learning mistake. So that is my secret sauce. Do the freaking market research. Polls, Instagram stories, SurveyMonkey, get on phone calls, at least 5 to 10 phone calls with your ideal client and see what they freaking want. Because imagine if I just went ahead, created that program, tried to sell it, and then I would have had to adapt later instead of sooner like I did. So that's what I want for you guys, is to just learn from my mistake about how I didn't do market research at the beginning and get into it. And guys, if you need a hand with market research, feel free to put I in the comments below. I will get to it. Or if you've got any more comments about market research, feel free to chuck a question in the comments. I will get to them once this live finishes, or if you're watching the replay, I'll get to them then. And as you guys know, I do these live trainings every Tuesday, 9 p.m. They're going to be quick, rapid fire, 20 minutes tops. And I also have my program Unlocked Online. It's all about taking your idea of your product or service, taking you through the whole process from A to Z, and having a tangible product at the end of it that you can sell and launch. And I'm even aiming for everyone to get their first client within this 12 weeks, if not more. You know, I'll be showing you how to do a lot of different things like market research, creating the product. As I said, I've created my own chefing program from scratch. I've created my own coaching program from scratch. And I've learned all the do's and don'ts through trial and error. And now I've got a couple of different profitable online businesses. So if you're looking to create your own signature product, you want to learn about market research, how to create the product, and even more, I go into branding and copywriting and all these different things. Feel free to send me a message going Unlocked Online. I'll send you some more information. We'll see if it's a fit. I'll share with you what it's like to work with me. We'll unpack the course, the program that I have, the 12-week program. We'll see if it's a fit. Or if you feel comfortable, I know what us yachties are like. We like to be secretive, especially when it comes to leaving the industry or doing something alongside your full-time job, right? I was very secretive about my programs, trust me. So if you're feeling brave, put Unlocked Online in the comments below. I'll reach out, or reach out to me personally, say Unlocked Online, and we will see. I'll paint the vision of what it's like to work with me, see if we're a good fit. But for now, lots of love from Palma. Mwah.